Sis, he got a bag. He got a bag. But the question I have for you today is he going to give it to you though? Welcome to another episode of Chelsea's Live Line. I'm so excited to see y'all here today. I want to give a shout out to my Aunt Tracy for tuning in, saying greetings all. I hope all is well. Thank you so much for being here, Aunt Tracy. I appreciate that. And also, I did see Gracious Greatness with his comment before the show started. He thought the show was yesterday, but as y'all know, I'm here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. EST, and I'm so excited that y'all are here with me today. Thank you for being here. And shout out to Successful Melanated Dusty on time for tonight's show, saying peace to all. And peace right back to you. Thank you for being here. Today's episode is called Are Women Too Expensive? We've heard the verse before that I'm far more precious than rubies, but have some women taken that out of context. We're going to get into that today. Don't you worry. And shout out to my girl Mona for tuning in as well. We're getting a workout in on Saturday at a location that will not be disclosed, of course, but we're going to be getting that workout in. So I'm looking forward to that. And shout out to Big Smooth as well for tuning in. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. All right, nevertheless, I'm going to get into the word of the day, but before I do that, I want to show y'all this thumbnail that I came up with. This thumbnail is called Sugar Daddy University. No brains required. Women are learning how to become sugar mamas. Well, not sugar mamas. They're learning how to get, sugar babies. That's what they're called. They're the sugar babies, and they're retrieving this money from sugar daddies. And some of y'all can even qualify for sugar daddies, because in my opinion, any man that's giving a woman allowances and whatnot, that's giving sugar daddy vibes. You don't have to be an old man to be a sugar daddy, in my opinion. Nevertheless, it's a lot of women who start off by going with the sugar daddies, and they get mad when the sugar daddies want to have transactions with them. In other words, sex, but they don't want to sleep with these older men because they realize they're not attracted to them. They are attracted to the money. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, now they're trying to get at you and then using you to get allowances from. And are y'all going to deal with it, man? Are y'all going to deal with these women that's trying to get allowances from y'all? Where do you set the boundaries? Because really relationships, marriages are about teamwork, but we don't see that too often in today's relationships. Yes. Shout out to Paris for tuning in as well. Here we go. Definitely. Shout out to you. And I don't know if I've seen your name here before, but shout out to you nevertheless. And for those who are new to Chelsea's Live Line fam, I appreciate you for being here. And my day ones, y'all know what's up already. So thank you so much for giving this genuine support. Y'all could be anywhere right now. Y'all could, but y'all here rocking with me. So thank you so much for that. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with the word of the day like I usually do. Coming from Proverbs 31, 10 through 13, NIV. Verse 10 says, a wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. But a lot of women equate their worth to material things. They equate their worth to their bodies. And they think that because they got their bodies done, they got that BBL in Mexico, now they're worth far more than rubies. No, sis, it was a boss job. That's the first thing. Second thing is that your body doesn't equate to your worth. You should go buy your brains. I was just talking about this yesterday with a friend of mine. Buy your brains instead of trying to buy your body, because at the end of the day, if you had brains, you would know that your worth is not equated to that. You would know that you can be able to go to the gym, do a couple squats, a couple lunges, reverse and forward, and be able to get some type of gains, some type of return on your investment. But you get this boss job and think that you're looking hot because everybody's coming out of the assembly line looking like Bosch Barbies. To say the least, it's so sad right now. So I'm just saying, stop equating your worth to your body and equate it to your brains. That wisdom that you should have to know that you don't have to look like everybody else. Because remember, the rubies are hard to find. You see rocks all over the place. Okay, but that one ruby is going to be hard to find. It's going to stand out from the rest because it's not doing what the rest is doing. That's what you have to realize, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first thing. Next, with that verse 11 says, her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. Women be like, oh, my man can't trust me. The reason is because you haven't given him a reason to trust you. The reason for that, because you posting everything on social media, acting like you single. Spouses acting single. Sass. You giving that sass on social media, and as a result, you showing that sass as well, if you get me. But her husband has full confidence in her, Proverbs 31 woman, because she's not out here for the streets. She's working and she's grinding, okay? And that's why he puts that value in her, because he knows when he gives her a bag, she gonna flip that bag and give a little interest with it and get a return on her investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's about stocks. She's not trying to buy a body. She's trying to buy some stock. She's trying to invest with her money. Don't let it be just a dead weight, dead value. Just saying. So he don't lack nothing of value, but the men that y'all with are lacking in value because they thought that they could buy a trophy. As we know, trophies collect dust. You dust it off ever so often, but it's still gonna look like the same thing the last time that you dusted it off. Just saying. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. Let me say, Proverbs 31 woman, she got her own bag. Well, let's say that she borrowed something from her husband. He had trust in her because she brought him good. She was peaceful. How many times have you seen women require so much from a man, such as being a provider, but on the same time, you're not giving him peace? Like, can we exchange a P for a P? Because relationships are about that. It's about the fact that, okay, if I'm giving you something, you should give something as well. I shouldn't expect it, but you should give it out the kindness of your heart because we know that we are a team. And as we know, there's no I in team. So she brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. And let me catch up with some of these comments as well. Shout out to my big sis, Latanya from Cure for the Soul Ministries. Yes, thank you so much for being here, sis. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, our people have been trying to take shortcuts nowhere for too long, trying to get nowhere. And they're hot potatoes for those trophies. Yeah, those trophies are like a hot commodity, but at the end of the day, they get dusty. They look good for now. Then over time, they're going to degrade. But they're not ready for that, though. They think about the now, and that's the problem. And shout out to my brother Chavis as well, saying, greetings, Sister Chelsea. Greetings, everyone. Hope all is well. Perfect listening while I'm on weights and cardio. Yes, get it in. Exactly, get it in. It's so important. 30 minutes, however long you in there, but get it in. Let's do it, y'all. All right, so that was Proverbs 31, 10 through 13 as I dissected that. But I want to get more into the opposite of Proverbs 31, which is Proverbs 21, 9, and what a lot of women are dealing with. Remember, women, you're getting an allowance from a man, or man is giving you money, right? You're a housewife. But at the same time, you're not giving him peace, so you're not exchanging that money. You're not exchanging that money for anything. So it's like, it's better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. She's getting this allowance, but she's not satisfied with that. She married for money, but now she's thinking that the money is going to keep her happy, but it's not going to. So as a result, she's getting in arguments with you because she didn't really want to be with you. She wanted to be with your money. And that's when you get that quarrelsome wife, when she didn't get into the relationship. She didn't get into the marriage for the right reasons. That's what it is. All right. And like Chavis was saying, Proverbs 7 as well. Run from that kind of woman. Read up on that, y'all. This is just the beginning. This is just a snippet of the word. I just want to give y'all some, and y'all got to go and do the rest from there. Get your Bible apps open or what? Proverbs 7. Check her out as well. And then even Big Smooth is like Proverbs 31, 1 through 9. Exactly. Proverbs as a whole. That's why I get a lot of verses from Proverbs, because it's the truth. It's about the book of wisdom. One of the books that we can get. Yes, great scriptures. Thank you so much. Let's get into it, because I want to ask y'all first, the men and the women in the audience, are women too expensive? Us women, if we don't face reality, we're not going to get anywhere. If we don't ask the men what we want or what they want, then we're not going to get a man. At least a decent one. We can get a male. Any woman can get a male. But it's a certain type of woman that gets a man of caliber, that man of God with the 3 Ps, right? Y'all know about the 3 Ps? I hope so. Priest, protector, provider. Yes, and even on my past episodes, I've talked about those 3 Ps and how a lot of women are really just focused on a man having the P that's the provider, or another P that's between the legs, and that's what they focus on because they focus on lust. They're leading with lust. But I want to ask y'all, are women too expensive? I'd love to know what y'all answers are. And then I'll get into this video showing y'all how I feel about the 3 Ps and really what women should really be looking for in a man. And like this video if you haven't already, if you're learning something, I appreciate that in advance. But watch this clip and let me hear what y'all answers are about, are women too expensive? So stay tuned on Chelsea's Live Line. This is what a man's supposed to do, is be a priest, a protector, and a provider. That's what a real man is supposed to do, is do those 3 things, which are simply the 3 Ps: priest, protector, and provider. But a lot of women today are focused on that last one, which is provider. What happens when the financial aspect of things crash? What happens when he stops making money because he becomes ill, right? Or some type of circumstance comes up? Then he's just a priest and a protector. But then the question is, for most women, is he going to be enough to be that man for you now that he's not making the money that you were used to having? That's why I'm like, you got to have all 3, but if you could be those first 2 and be a provider as well, we'll work on the provider part, because that can get rocky. But if that priest is stable and that protector and that protection is stable, then we'll work on the provider aspect together, because that's what a real couple is supposed to do. And he's like, unless I'm a housewife, I'm not doing all that, because, right, you got to think about it realistically. Is he working? That's a good question, honey. That's a good question. So that's the wife duties. But again, a real man is supposed to be a priest, protector, provider. Yes, definitely. 3 Ps, priest, protector, and provider. But women really just care about the provider aspect and say, hey, if you don't believe in God, that's fine, because he's giving me that bank. But he's getting it illegally, sis, and you're going to end up in a messed up situation. Like, rest in peace to PNB Rock. He's a rapper, for example. But as y'all may know, that he had got killed just sitting at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and they're blaming the girlfriend because she posted the location that they were at. So people are saying wrong place, wrong time. No, when you're a rapper and you live this certain lifestyle, you're gonna be dealing with a lot of sticky situations, especially when you're wearing your worth on your body. That's why I say it's so important to recognize that you're your own brand and you don't need another brand defining you. You don't need all these chains to let us know that you're rich. You should be rich in wisdom, not in wealth or whatever y'all equate it to, the materialistic things to me. But the question I was asking y'all before the break started is, are women expensive or too expensive? And I've been seeing some of these comments come in, such as the following from Mona saying, they are. Keep it real. Paris said, yes, the modern women are. Okay. And Chavis is like, that's the real PPP, priest, protector, and provider. But everybody is subbing in different letters and different words for how they feel. And Successful Melanated Dusty said, that's why many don't live in reality. Long-term thinking and planning has become scarce. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Shout out to Big Smooth on that. Yes, I definitely agree with that. Like, the back in the day stuff was okay, but now I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't understand how people can be listening to this misogynistic and misandrist vibes that y'all hear from the music. I don't listen to it because it takes you into a totally different place. But I'm going to just say women are too expensive, and I'm going to tell you why. I've been on Facebook and other social media sites looking at women in these different groups that they're a part of, talking about men being dusties because of the type of dates they're going on. But I'm going to start with this first one here, and let me see what y'all thoughts are. All right, I'm going to read it to y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Ladies, I have been dating this man for 2 months. I'm a single mother, and each time we go on a dinner date, I get a babysitter. He transfers me the amount for the babysitter, and I make sure I bring it up that it's hard for me to keep paying her. It's been about a week now, and I brought it up to him, again, the amount I've paid her, and to let me know when he sends the amount, so I can tell him thank you. It's been 3 days since I told him about it, and he hasn't. What do I do? He keeps telling me to get the babysitter again for the weekend. This particular scenario is where this woman is going on dates with this man. She expects the man that is dating her or courting her to pay for her child's babysitter. What are your thoughts on that? I would love to know. To me, if you want to be out here dating, you need to make sure that you are ready to be out here dating. That means that all of your responsibilities are taken care of. Why should we expect another human being that is not attached to us, that is not married to us or in a relationship with us, to have to pay for fees for something that you dealt with before? You did this yourself. You created this baby with another man, and now you expect this new man who's not even your boyfriend yet to pay for babysitting appointments. Yes. I just want to know what y'all thought. But I see right here in the comments, Big Smooth was like, that's a flag on the play. Period. That's a flag on the play. He's not obligated as he's not her husband nor the child's father. I totally agree. And women are in the comments calling this man dusty and saying that, oh yeah, I wouldn't go out on any more dates with him until he pays for your babysitter. This is the world we live in right now, where women are not ready to date. They're not even ready to date at all. They're not even ready mentally to date, because you shouldn't even expect for this man to pay for your babysitter when you know you ain't got the money, you ain't got the funds. What about the child's father? Right, like Big Smooth. Tell her, get her little cousin or somebody, Pookie, Ray Ray, somebody, because that's strictly dusty. While you talking about that guy, that's strictly dusty of you to expect this man to pay for babysitters. Y'all better be doing virtual dates right on Zoom then, honey. Let the baby be in the background with y'all. Because there's no way that you should expect this man. I'd be like, we're going to be doing virtual dates. Bring, something. Make sure the baby sleep. Whenever the baby sleep, give me a call on Zoom. Just saying. He ready to be used, period. And shout out to Jesus Loves You for tuning in. I appreciate you for being here. Yes, I appreciate you. But that's what I feel like in summary. Lady, you should not be going on dates until you're financially prepared to pay for a babysitter. You shouldn't expect this man to do all that for you. And if you don't have a babysitter, y'all can do virtual Zoom meetings. And y'all, look, she fix her own plate, you fix your own plate, and y'all have a conversation right on Zoom dates. Like it's COVID again. Like it's, like the pandemic. She'll make a way the same way she does when she died and bops with her homies. Exactly. Yes, exactly. When she out here in these streets, she make a way then. Wherever else, like make that priority. Let me know what you care about. So that's the first particular passage I'm going to tell y'all about. This is the second one here. I'm going to read it to y'all. Would you keep a guy in your rotation if he made good money, has a nice home, etc., but drove a terrible everyday man car? Okay. I can't imagine myself going anywhere in it. I wouldn't want to be seen in it. It's not a jalopy, it's just super corny and not my style. Before responding, please answer the question that was asked and read the whole post. Thanks. Yes, for every man, I always focus on what he's giving me and how he treats me. I still don't like the car. Yeah. Rotation. Exactly. We don't participate in rotations. What? Exactly. This is the problem. I was literally talking about this yesterday, where I was talking about the fact that with the conversation I was having, that women are serial dating. They're keeping all these people on the back burner. You know you're not really interested in this man. If you have to even think about the fact that you don't like this man's car, so you're debating if you want to deal with him or not, shows that you're so superficial at the end of the day. A car? Something that could be changed, something that could get in an accident tomorrow and be... You could, like, you worry about the car, but what happens if this man get in an accident or something, become paralyzed? Like, you don't care nothing about that. You care about a car, a materialistic thing like that. I don't understand how people think. He has good money. He has a nice car, nice home, but you care about the fact that you don't want to be seen in the car. Well, sis, don't be seen in the car. Don't be seen in the car. That's what you gotta do. Don't get in the car. Drive your own car. Since you got a better car, you think so? That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever the case may be, you just... The wrong thing is keeping women single. The lists are keeping us lonely for sure, because you care more about a car than you care about anything else. It's just corny of you to even worry about a man's car like that. And let me tell you, there are men who have nice cars out there, but are broken on the inside. There are men that have nice cars out there who don't even have a pot to piss in. There are men who have nice cars out there that are in debt because they're trying to impress other people with the car that they have. So why do you think a car equates to worth? That's the first thing. Do y'all realize that people of other ethnicities be millionaires and whatnot, be driving in Hyundais and Hondas and all these different vehicles that are basic to us? But to them, as long as it get them from A to B and back to A, that's all they care about. But why are we got to make sure we got the Benz? We got the latest Benz. I'm not calling anybody out if you have that, but I'm saying that if you got your priorities straight, you got your 401k on point, you got your IRA, you know, all this stuff is lined up for you, then fine. You have a budget, fine. But other than that, why are you thinking that it's okay to splurge on things that really are just used to impress other people? But it's not going to be used to keep those people, because as soon as they get unimpressed, as soon as you got to turn that Mercedes-Benz back in, then what happens then? Somebody tell me something here. Just asking. Yeah, foolishness. I agree. Some of the worst criminals are rich. Exactly. Nice car, dark soul. Right. Nobody worries about that. And they're trying to validate themselves with society. Exactly. I totally agree with you, because it's all about the latest trends. I got to have this latest bag, or I'm not about it. I got to keep up with all these trends. You're going to be keeping up for the rest of your life, and you'll never be content. I don't want to be like that. The men seem just as desperate to date these kind of chicks. Yeah, because they want that trophy girl. Then the trophy girl cheats on them, or something happens with the relationship and you're wondering, where did I go wrong? Because you're focused on the external, sir. You didn't care that she had a BBL and realized that it was a boss job, but you didn't care about that. You just wanted her to look good. You didn't care how much plastic surgery she had. Now she over here dealing with all these illnesses as a result. Because I'm telling you, people think that it's cute right now, these surgeries that y'all getting to keep up with the Kardashians. But at the end of the day, what goes up must come down. Like I told y'all before, the BBL's gonna sag. All that stuff is going to look like reality, no matter how much surgeries you get. And then you're going to have body dysmorphia, where you're not going to be impressed. You get one surgery, then you're going to have another. But men seem to like that. But to me, it's the boys that like that at the end of the day. Just saying. Hey, shout out to Dre from Harrison Value. Oh my gosh, can't talk today. Harrison Family Values for tuning in. I appreciate you saying our perspective about family is twisted. Oh yeah, I totally agree. It's twisted up in knots, and we got to get it together. And that's why I'm happy we have channels like Harrison Family Values, Cure for the Soul Ministries, Christian Family Channel, Christian Fam Channel and whatnot. All these channels are trying to help people right now improve the community. All right. And like Successful Melanated Dusties, like they can have those kind. They can have the ones that's looking like botched Barbies off the assembly line. Right. I agree with you. People aren't concerned about building a family. Instead, they want the bag. Oh yeah. Even in marriage, they're looking for the bag. Exactly. But the problem is that women are getting they're not getting their own bag. Like, there's two different scenarios. There are some women who are getting the bag, but then don't want to deal with a man because they've gotten to the point in their career where they can't find a man who fits those standards that they set, those superficial standards. That's the one example of a woman getting her bag, but just not gonna settle for any man. So she'd rather be alone by herself for forever, pretty much. And that's what it is. But even though in the past she may have dealt with a dusty. That's one example. Then you have the woman who says, I want to be the housewife. I want to give me a sugar daddy. And that's going to be my family. Basically, I'm married to the money. I'm going to deal with him. But I'm not really going to give him anything. It's very transactional, but only on my end because I'm selfish like that. Yep. Men don't know how to choose their women properly. Oh, exactly. And like, I call out the men for sure, but I leave it up to you, Harrison Family Values. I leave it up to that Christian Fam channel, etc. Because it's like, I'm not trying to be that woman that's like, oh, bashing men. No, because I know both genders. We both do wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to really help the women realize that all these superficial standards are not going to make men appear to want to be with you. It's only going to be temporary. They're going to get something out of that and then call it a day. Chavis is like, chasing a girl with a BBL, but the BBL can stand for Belial, Beelzebub, and Lucifer. Ooh, come on now with these acronyms. I see you, sir. I see you. All the way. They will try and remold, rebuild, and educate Pookie. Oh, I know. That's a mess. They're looking for the bag, but the wrong bag. So let me keep this going. So again, I'm asking y'all, should this man have to pay for a babysitter of a child that's not his? We're going to say no to that because I just think you should be prepared to date. And that means on all aspects, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. Let's talk about how much it costs for a woman to live her lifestyle. I'm going to put this up and I'm going to read this because this is what I saw on social media that really wanted me to do this episode, trying to figure out how expensive women really are. And I'm going to get into it right here. How much to keep a woman monthly? Hair, $450. Yeah, no, sis. It's called invest yourself in some natural products. Look, I'm talking, but I'm learning as well. Invest yourself in some natural products because $450 is not it. Like, I'd rather learn how to grow my own hair than to patronize other folks who really don't care about you and they just want to get your money. And at the end of the day, natural beauty always wins. So it's important for us ladies to learn to love the hair that we're in. I'm speaking, I'm learning at the same time. Nails, $350. No, sis. No, nails are not $350 per month. I'm sorry. And if they were, you're going to have to find something else. Get you a basic polish, boo. Get you a basic polish. That's all I got to say on that. Lashes and waxes, $350. I'm just going to go through this list first, and I'm going to talk about each one of these. Makeup and skincare, $250. Clothes and shoes, $500. Groceries, $500. Eating out, $500. Gym membership, $200. Car note and gas, $500. Vacation fund, $350. Phone bill, $200. Medical insurance, $400. And going out, $750. For a total of $5,300. And let me just tell y'all, for those who want to know how much this is yearly, it is $63,600. And I want to know, men, are y'all trying to keep up? Are y'all giving this woman an allowance of $63,600 per year? This is how much it costs to keep a woman. All right. Fund that lifestyle, boo, yourself. Exactly. Because I really don't like how women can get on here talking about, this is how much it is to keep a woman. But I want to know, are you making enough money to be able to keep that lifestyle yourself? Are you doing it? If you cannot do it yourself, why should you expect a man to keep up with your lifestyle? If you're a housewife, maybe a different story. But at the end of the day, I just have to say that that's too much because you have to be at least making $63,000 at least. But really, that's not even at least because that's before taxes. You know what I'm saying? That's before taxes. Who's single and eating $500 worth of groceries per month? Exactly. That sounds like gluttony to me. You doing too much, sis. It's definitely fantasy land. Nobody has time for that. Why spend so much money trying to hide your natural self? Exactly. And let me go through the list now that I actually calculated how much everything is and whatnot. I want to know. I'm going to tell y'all what I feel like is just phony. Hair, $450, just ridiculous. And then the men really don't care about all that anyway. Just keeping it real. Nails, $350. Nope. Them things be over here like looking like claws, Edward Scissorhand on them. No, it's not necessary. Lashes and waxes, $350. Girl. Y'all know the only people that care about lashes are other women. And all I have to say is that I call them things eye caskets. That's what I call them, because you can't even see people's eyes sometimes. All you see is lids to open and close them. And I'm talking about the lashes. They look like eye caskets to me. That's what they look like. And that's what I'm going to call them. Because in reality, that may be the reason that y'all are blind to seeing the men that y'all deserve, because y'all got these lashes covering your eyes up. Just saying. So those are eyelashes or eyelids or eye caskets at the end of the day. But y'all need to stop them. How about that? Because it just doesn't make sense. Why y'all trying to look like the drag queens? What's the difference between a woman with big old lashes on and a drag queen with all this makeup on? It's no difference to me. I really feel like y'all are acting like drag queens. Then you have the clothes and the shoes for $500. It's called Get Yourself a Wardrobe, so you won't even have to worry about having $500 per month on clothes and shoes. But if you're trying to do all this, make sure that you got the money for it. That's all I say. Make sure you got the money to manage your lifestyle. Groceries, $500 per month. We already talked about that. Nope, ma'am, not happening today. That's what I'm talking about. $350, ceiling fans, bat wings. Exactly. Are the white feminists saying this? And is all this to show other women? Oh yeah, it exactly is. It's not for the men, because y'all men are in the chat and y'all are like, no. Mona's like, when my hair was longer, I only paid $60 once every 12 weeks to get my hair washed, blow dried, ends trimmed, and curled. Hello. Y'all heard this? Come on now. Come on now. Or just do your laundry so you can have some clothes. Exactly, right? Eating out, $500 per month. Lady, you can limit eating out to twice a month and it still won't be $500 per month. No, it will not be. What are you eating off this menu? That's what I'm telling you. Gym membership, $200. Now you know you can be in Planet Fitness for $9.99. So what are you talking about? $200. You want to go to an elite gym, but you're not an elite person. You cannot. That's all for status. Because no, Planet Fitness is $9.99 and you know it. You know it. So don't even be out here. And even if you didn't do Planet Fitness for $9.99, you can get you a Crunch membership, get you an Edge membership, whatever gym you want to go to. But really the rate is around even LA Fitness, $39, $29, whatever. But at least $9.99. You can start with that and get access to all that equipment while you're trying to front on these people like you a gym professional. I can see that if you was a bodybuilder. Car note and gas, $500. Vacation fund, $350 per month. Now, I would have put more towards the vacation fund than anything else. All this other stuff. Phone bill, $200. Okay, sis. Why you got to pay for your medical insurance, though? Going out, $750. So, at the end of the day, I just get frustrated when I see lists like this, because we are not... Y'all are too entitled, to say the least. Y'all too entitled thinking that y'all can just give this list to a man like, you know, Santa, I've been good this year. Here's my list of what I want. And expect this man to pay for all this stuff here? You could really be saving some money. That list can go all the way down, but you want to be acting all bougie with it. So I just want to talk about a few more things with this list. Yeah, girl trips, right? For the streets. All for the gram and TikTok and all of that. Right, $30 per month for their highest tier membership. Priorities are all messed up. Right, you try to be in that gym doing what exactly for $200 per month? Yeah, definitely keeps the stock market afloat. Yep, I agree with you all the way on that. Oh yeah, and matter of fact, speaking of that, how about letting this man give you some money so you can be able to invest in some stocks? You didn't talk about investing once on this list, and that's why I tell you, how about you telling this man to pay for your education so you know you wouldn't need half of the stuff on this list? I think that would be a smart start. Really, I think that would be a smart start. Getting some education so you can wipe off half of the stuff off this list when you realize that nobody's going to take you serious enough. Going to wife school. And let me talk about this. I saw it on Chantel's show where there are people that are paying for D-writing classes. Or let me just say it this way. Penis writing classes. They are paying for penis writing classes, people. Learning how to ride on a pillow. Women, black women are learning how to ride on a pillow to prepare for sex for a man who's not taking you serious, sis. Why can't we not invest in classes that can teach us how to be wise? Why can't we go to femininity school? Why can't we go to a school in general that's other than Sugar Daddy University? Why can't we not go to a school like Sur La Table? If y'all look up SUR space LA space TABLE, Sur La Table is a place that teaches you how to take cooking lessons. They teach you how to cook, and you can take cooking lessons there. So why not sign up? That's what I would recommend to you ladies. Maybe you don't have any skills right now, but one skill I would teach you how to do is learn how to cook. You're going to need to know how to do that for the rest of your life. And I would say that it's best to sign up at a place to do that. Go find out about Sur La Table. It's literally, I think, $85 for a cooking class, but they have a $15 off coupon. I think it's in other states. It's in Michigan at least, but it can be in other states as well. Check out Sur La Table, or just Google, just like you Google what's going on when it comes to gossip, please Google something that can help you get a return on your investment. Take you a pottery class, painting class, cooking class. But why do we think it's acceptable to take a penis writing class, y'all? I gotta whisper a little bit. But for real, a writing class, that ain't gonna get you nowhere in life. You ride in that. You ride in the CC. You ride in all of this. But come on now. And you wonder why you're not on a relationship. Because y'all too busy riding unnecessary things. Relationships have a final destination, but y'all in situationships. I've even heard people call it penetrationships. That's what y'all are in. Yes. Why? Why are women thinking it's okay to get these riding classes, trying to learn? Even a lot of women take pole riding classes. Y'all trying to do all this to entice this man, but y'all can't. Y'all can't do it. The reason y'all can't is because he don't respect you. And then shout out to Honora. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But right now, I'm not able to get super chats. But when I get to 1,000 subscribers, that's why I need for y'all to support this channel by sending it out to somebody, sharing the link if you would. I would appreciate that. So I can get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm half the way there. Halfway there, y'all. So please help me. I appreciate y'all so far. Y'all been helping me grow my channel. But yes, let's continue to grow so I can be able to get those. But coming soon. They are disgusting. Yes, they are. And shout out to my big sis, Nikki from the Glow Code, tuning in. I will be attending her session in just a bit here. So I'm going to get off this live in a bit. But yeah, I agree. It's best to have tunnel vision so you won't have to deal with the bull that comes with a lot of these women. Yep. Yeah, you said, what? Ghetto. Most start exercising after January 1st and quit by March. Literally, I was in the gym today wondering why it was so empty in the gym. Right? I was in the gym wondering why it was so empty. I'm like, wow. I've been a part of my gym for about 2 years now, so it's really empty today. So I'm like, this is going to be my regular time going. But in reality, most of the people are going to be coming back in January 1st. And that's what I don't like, that whole wave of new people joining, because you know you're going to start because it's January 1st, the beginning of a new beginning. And you've been saying this for how many years, and no, we don't get those resolutions done. As a result, like you said, we end up quitting, and we quit mentally, but we still paying them fees for the membership fees because we forget to actually, stop paying those fees for our Planet Fitness memberships, for our Crunch memberships, because we forget we have all these subscriptions. Yes. Yeah. So I'm reading these comments, y'all, to say the least. And thank you so much, Latanya, saying, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that. Right. And look, I hate to say it, but these folks are fueling movements like the Passport Bros and, Save Yourself Black Men. I didn't even know what that stood for until recently because I'm not on the latest trends like that. Why do I have to keep up with this nonsense? Like Passport Bros, I know men are going out, they're getting their passports and they leaving us ladies. What are we going to do? We're going to learn how to cook. We're going to learn how to do tradition because tradition has proved itself over and over again to be successful. So why should we not try to do something that can lead us to success? Why are we always doing what the world does? Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind so we can be able to test God's will, test and approve God's will, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. We're not trying to test that will. We're just trying to do whatever we feel like we need to do, which is incorrect. We're not getting anywhere. Look, women can learn how to cook on YouTube. I did. Amen. Shout out to you real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this. Shout out to you for doing what you needed to do. Get on YouTube. Literally, most people can get their degrees from YouTube University if they try it. Because literally, you can learn anything on here. While we're trying to find out what's the latest trends, let's learn how we can be able to win. So Passport Bros, Save Yourself Black Men. We need to save ourselves Black women by stop opening up our legs for any and everybody. Because definitely the men are sick and tired. I totally agree. And they had pole dancing on the Mary Mary reality show. I ain't never seen that. Ooh, that's a mess, to say the least. Yes. Studies have shown that there are more women in debt than there are men in debt. I wonder why, because we want to go to the malls with our girlfriends and be like, oh girl, hey, go ahead and splurge. He ain't gonna care. And then she end up single. Okay? That quick. And shout out to Hustler and Muscular. I appreciate you for being here. I think I've seen your name before on Chantel's show. So thank you so much for being here on Chelsea Live Line. I appreciate that. I really do. Women should naturally want to be feminine. They should, but it has to be, they have to see it for them to know what it is, what it looks like, right? If we don't see femininity on reality TV, which I don't watch it, but they watch it. So just imagine if women are watching this and looking up to the reality TV stars who are not living in reality, then why do you expect them to look feminine, right? Why do you expect that? Isaiah, shout out to you for tuning in as well. I know, hopefully not Mary Mary the Gospel Duo, because I'm over here like, Mary Mary reality show. Titles are misleading. What? I hope that's not them saying Mary Mary. Let me know, y'all. Mona. Oh my gosh, hilarious. But I just want to know, y'all men, y'all paying for allowances? And let me talk about allowances a little bit more real quick. I'm going to just tell y'all, WCW, we know it stands for Women Crush Wednesday and all that, but I'm renaming it for tonight's episode, saying women collect wages. Real women is out here in these streets getting that money, not on OnlyFans though, getting that money and collecting the wages that they need to collect to be able to provide for their families. That's what Proverbs 31 woman did. Women collect wages, and let me give you examples of that with these Bible verses, because I got to give y'all the practical and I got to give y'all the biblical, because it's about that balance. So here comes the biblical, saying the following: she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, not his earnings, but her earnings, she plants a vineyard, right? She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sees that her trading is profitable, and her lamp does not go out at night. Her lamp does not go out at night. Her lamp does not go out at night so she can get ready to record some OnlyFans videos. Her lamp does not go out at night so she can say, hey, can I get all your money because I ain't got time to do nothing. No, she was out here working for real, getting profit and giving a return on investment for her family so she could be able to build generational wealth. Yes, that foreign term, generational wealth. She was out here trading, getting profit, sis. You know, talk about it, be about it. For real. And just because you're getting profit from OnlyFans checks, that's not a job, sis. That's not a job. Call it out for what it is. Stop using your body like that and degrading yourself. And then you're also making it bad for us other women who really are not about that life and know that our self-worth is according to what we have to offer when it comes to wisdom, when it comes to self-respect and modesty. Just saying. So be about your work, but stop claiming jobs to be jobs that are not really jobs. You know, OnlyFans is not a job. That's a hobby at best. Just saying. And that's why I say women collect wages, WCW, right? But I also say liabilities get allowances. Literally, woman, if you're not a housewife and you want an allowance, you are a liability. The reason I say that, you are a liability, because liabilities like allowances. Think about the fact that when you were a child, maybe you got an allowance when you did work, right? You were allowed to only get X amount of dollars because you were not financially capable of receiving more, of handling it on your own. So you only got a certain amount of that money because you weren't ready to handle more. You know you're about to be right back in debt because you're trying to beautify yourself up thinking that's going to keep him alone, but you ain't got nothing in that shell of yours. Just saying. And I pray it's not forever. Yeah, it's not worth it at all. It's not worth it at all. It's not a career, sis. It's a difference between a job and a career and a hobby. And that's a sloppy hobby, to say the least. Yeah, I heard some chicks make $24 million off of OnlyFans. Beyond belief. I tell you, I'm telling you. And that's another thing, ladies. You out here talking about selling your body and you expect a man to not look at the physical? You expect a man not to look at the physical, but all you're showing him is the physical, sis. All you're showing him off is your body and what you can do and this and that. And when you expect him to not want to see that in person, if you're giving that to the world, every man on the internet and every woman on the internet that wants to see it, then how can he feel special? Oh man, I just saw your chick on OnlyFans doing it, busting it wide open last night. Yeah, it's a mess. Yes. Like, hello. You're not special, sir. You dating somebody who has an OnlyFans account. Just saying. So don't be out here in them streets doing that. All right. So liabilities get allowances. Women collect wages. Look, legal wages at that. All right. Let me play this other clip. I was talking about Derek Jackson a while back because there's another case of this where let's think about the fact that you're married and you decide to be that housewife. So you let your career go to the wayside and you let that man take over for you financially. There can be situations where you may not want to do that. The reason I say that is because what if a man cheats on you? You just gonna allow him to keep cheating on you? And just, as long as he providing for me, I let him do X, Y, and Z. Not me. not me, sis. So watch this clip on my previous episode where I talked about the fact that, ladies, you got to get your own bag. What I'm telling you, ladies, is get the bag on your own. Let me come to the main screen on this one. Ladies, get the bag on your own so you don't have to depend on a man to be the main source of income. I told you that the man is supposed to be a priest, a protector, and a provider. But okay, if he ain't a priest and he ain't a protector and he has infidelity, then you don't get to be my provider. At that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's over. I don't deal with infidelity. So this is why this is embarrassing, because he's supposed to be a relationship guru. Now, if he was a guy that was out here cheating and he wasn't a relationship guru, okay, I'm not going to bash him because that's what you are. But you're claiming to be one thing and you're not. So that's a phony to me. And I'm just saying she's pitiful because she has to stay with this man knowing that he has no respect for her. He's probably going to cheat on her again, because literally after he did this video, he was texting the mistress saying, baby, I know this stuff is going on, blah, 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 but I'm going to have to talk to you. Okay, you have to have the bag coming in for yourself. Like, you know, don't depend on this man. Don't sit here looking pitiful like her. Ladies, I'm just trying to let you know this is not normal and this should not be accepted in the Black community. Every Black man doesn't cheat, but this one does. So he should be recognizing that. And people have been bashing him. Yepper. Throwback clip. That was on an episode called Why Some Men Will Not Take Y'all Seriously. I was going in letting the women know way when, whenever I made this video, just letting y'all know men will not take y'all seriously unless you set the stage for these particular stages of your life. Look, the dating phase, the relationship phase, the marriage phase. I'm not staying in a marriage, relationship, or anything where a man has cheated on me and I need him financially to be able to live. No, you don't set yourself up like that. That's why I say, women, get your own bag, put in that own work so you can realize it and appreciate it instead of begging this man on your knees to give you money. It's so sad out here. And some of these gurus are red flags because we have to hold them to a higher standard. That's why y'all ain't never heard me say I'm a guru. I have not gone to get any type of education on relationships. This is just experience, limited experience at that, but enough experience to let y'all know what I'm not going to put up with, what I have put up with, but that's past tense. And just to let y'all know that y'all deserve better. And I know I deserve better. So that's why I say I'm not a dating guru, but for those who are and out here, you have to live that lifestyle. And if you are not on your P's and Q's, and just like with preachers are held to a higher standard. Relationship gurus are going to be held to a higher standard. If you are just a normal man out here cheating, then that's on you. But if you're a relationship guru and you out here cheating, I'm not purchasing any of your books. I'm unsubscribing. I'm unfollowing. I'm doing all of that. I'm undoing everything I did to support you because you don't deserve that support. You're held to that higher standard. And I'm sorry, but I'm just going to call it out. Derek Jackson, the Super Saiyan Blue of pandering. Only Steve Harvey, Ultra Instinct panderer, surpasses Jackson. Dang. Call it out. Low maintenance women, let me read this again. Low maintenance women get their needs met and more. Yeah, preach. Look, you're gonna get the horn again. Here we go. Low maintenance women get their needs met and more. Ladies, do the minimum to get the maximum. Try that, please, because when you do the maximum and it's not giving you any returns on your investment, then maybe you should question why you're doing all this and you still can't find a decent man. Why am I attracting the same men but with a different face? Same soul but in a different body. Because you haven't grown. You haven't taken the time out to really get the chance to know yourself. You got all these ties to all these people and you keep running back and forth. But it's a point in time. I don't know who this is for, but you got to keep it going. Keep moving forward because I'd rather have peace by myself than to be stressed with somebody else. I'm not doing that. That's why I say low maintenance. Get to know yourself and love yourself. And that's not a toxic thing. Love yourself so you can have patience, so you can be able to build that femininity and understand what it is to be a woman and be by yourself. It's not a bad thing to be by yourself, women, but I'm saying when time comes for that man to show up in your life, you cannot be no high maintenance chick and expect for that man to put up with that. Giving you allowances like you're a child. No. And men, you got to realize this is what I was going to talk about. I don't think I put this up here, but let me just say, let me see if I brought it up or not. I don't think I brought this one up. But I'm going to talk about it real briefly before I get off of here. There was a woman that called a man Dusty because he wanted to take a walk with her for the first date. He wanted to take her on a walk, maybe to a park or whatever. But he was called a Dusty because he did not take her. He was called a Dusty because she wanted to go sit down and have the date that way. I'm trying to find this particular clip real quick. But yeah, that's what's going on right now is that women are calling men Dusty if they do not take them to a a date that costs money. She said, I want to do a tea date. I don't want to do a coffee date. I don't want to do a walk at the park. And he called her young-minded because of that. And I'm really trying to find that particular post right now, because I just wanted to tell y'all what's going on. It's sad that women think that because a man is taking you on a walk to the park. I found it. Okay, here we go. Hey, would you be interested in getting together and taking a walk at the lake in Green Battle sometime this week? And she says the following: I would be interested in a planned date. Sure. I don't do walk or coffee or tea dates. Just not my thing. He was like, what? How? Well, he said, how you work out and got a problem with a walk? So what you saying, the only way I can meet you is if I take you out. Be clear. She says, absolutely. I'm dating with intentions. Someone who is serious. I'm not into low effort meeting up for a walk. Absolutely not. I'm not here to change your mind, just telling you what I prefer. He said, okay, that's a bet, because I don't meet women on first dates happy. I don't know what he meant by that. Okay, well, she said, okay, this is what he said. Okay, no. He said, okay, that's a bet, because I don't meet women on first dates. Happy hunting to you. And then she says, now I'm not the one you want to put in effort to take on a proper date, then that's fine. You have every right. Okay, take care, hun. Hope you find what you're looking for. And he said, you young-minded. And then he said, one thing don't have anything to do with the other. I don't know what he's talking about. She says, you have your preference and I have mine. No need to name call. He said, not name calling, just expressing my opinion. So what's your thoughts? Should a woman turn down a man because she doesn't want to go on a walk with him for the first date? Do you think that that's being too privileged for a woman to do that? The conversation should be the same. Oh, I'm over here reading comments. Oh, yeah, the conversation should be the same regardless of the setting. Yep, I remember you saying this earlier today, too, Successful Melanated Dusty. Paris is like, we should have taken her to Taco Bell. Hey, that's a sit-down place, ain't it? She be trying real hard to get. She be trying to be hard to get. I'm over here saying that wrong. I'm trying to sing a song. She's playing hard to get, but she's trying to be hard to get. Exactly. Her intent is to be a user. If you can't go walking, sis, walking is something that we do all the time, but you can't go on a walking date to really get to know this person. It doesn't matter the setting. It matters what the conversation's all about. And this story definitely has two sides for sure. But I think the main thing is that a lot of women today are being privileged because they think that a man is supposed to take them down and sit down. I know there's men that take women out to Ruth Chris on a first date, and I say, you a D fool. You a D fool. The reason I say that is because there's no reason to take this girl out on Ruth Chris. How you gonna top that from there? How you gonna do that? So that's another man on the flip side who don't know how to manage his money. I say, why can't we not walk on the first date? I love getting fresh air. I love getting my steps in. Like literally, how many I got today? 10,000 steps today, y'all. So that's what I'm saying is that I love getting my steps in because why not? That's free exercise we get to do. We get to talk and walk. There's nothing wrong with that. She want girlfriend perks off the rip. Exactly. And then she's going to be asking for more and more for that because she ain't going to never be impressed. And it's kind of immature. I agree. And shout out to Gracious Greatness for tuning in. I appreciate you for being here. Hustler and Muscular says it's called getting to know somebody. A simple walk in the park is not a big deal. That's how you vet and get to know people. Smart move on his part. I was always told that dinner dates have sex on the menu. That's what Kevin Samuel said. If you date somebody after 5 o'clock, then it's sex. But let me tell you, if a man take me on a date after 5 o'clock, you already know what it's coming with. It's not coming with that. Just saying. So you can hear all you want about dinner dates. I will go on a dinner date at literally 8 o'clock, and you're not going to expect nothing out of me than this food that's on this plate that I'm going to be eating. You got your own food on your own plate, and we're going to have a great conversation. If you can't have that, then I already know your intentions are not pure from the get-go. So let's erase a lot of these negative mindsets that some of us do have when it comes to what we've heard, because that does not mean anything. Dinner dates, I've gone on plenty of dinner dates, and please, sir or ma'am or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be thinking like this, and we have to throw all that stuff in the garbage can. Just saying. She just went to her next contact to set up something because she's serial dating. She literally got a list. She got her A-listers, B-listers, C-listers, and D-listers, and just picking whoever responds back to her this particular week. And that's what gets us in trouble, ladies, having all these men on our lineup. But nobody's good enough to put on the starting lineup. You got all these people that's on the roster, but nobody's good enough to put on the starting lineup, all because you did not vet properly. You just say, oh, he looks good and smells nice, so let me just add him to my list. He responds every now and then, giving me mediocre conversations, playing video games with me on iMessage, thinking that's enough to entertain me. No, sis, set your standards a little higher and you'll get a better return and won't be dating that same soul that's in a different body. Like, how many times have women dated the same men and thinking that, oh, something must be wrong with these men. Ain't no good men out here. No, because you must not be a good woman because you're attracting these same people. Like, you should tell off the rip. After a couple conversations, you already know if you want to cut it off or you want to continue it. But you continue it even though you saw that red flag. You said, oh, it's a bright red. It's not a dark red. It's a bright red. So let me continue this. I don't care what shade of red is. If it's 50 shades of red, it's still red. Just saying. Yes, and they put themselves on a pedestal. And then they miss out on a good man. And that's what I'm saying is that don't miss out on that good man because you focused on the wrong things. Because let me tell you, for example, let's say that a woman wants a man that's 6'2", they're 4'10", right? They want this man that's 6'2" for what, right? Doesn't make sense. But let's just say this man gets into an accident and both of his legs have to be amputated. Now instead of 6'2", he's 2'6". What are you going to do in that situation? Because you said to death do us part. But he went from 6'2" to 2'6" because he got his legs amputated. So what you gonna do now? That's what I'm saying. Y'all care about height, like certain things that really don't really matter anymore. It's only so you can look cute for the photos, for the gram. I want a reliable partner. That's what I want. I'm not worried about aesthetics. I'm worried about your mindset. All right? Just saying. Unstable mind. It really does. But yes, I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Women, just realize that you can be somebody's Woman Crush Wednesday, but make sure you collecting those wages of your own and not from OnlyFans because I don't consider that verified. And God ain't gonna verify it either when he find out that you know, participating in these activities that you don't need to be doing that's defiling you, to say the least. All right? Dinner date. But please don't put yourself in a sorry state. Ooh, hold on now. Preach, sir. Preach. You coming with them tonight. You coming with the bars. I ain't even got to give them out to y'all because y'all coming out with them. I appreciate y'all so much for being here for another episode of Chelsea's Live Line. And shout out to Von Sanders. Yes, I appreciate you. Make sure y'all subscribe to him as well. Von Sanders Ministries. Saying praying for all the single folks out there sounds rough. Exactly. I was saying the same thing today. We just got to stay prayed up. And then make sure you put in that work with it, y'all. Get yourselves ready because if you stop focusing on it, that's when it will come. Just stay focused and stay busy enough. Go volunteer this weekend. Find y'all something to do. That's all I'm trying to let y'all know is that women, we have to find ourselves to do so we won't be occupied to try to compare ourselves against society. Society's doing this, so let me do that. No. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. So y'all got to show it. It's up to y'all. We can know it all day. Book of James says we can be hearers of the word, but we got to be doers of it as well. And I want to encourage y'all to leave. I'm going to leave y'all with something. Like Latanya from Cure for the Soul Ministry, she be having her soul checkups and everything. But what I'm going to just encourage y'all women, what y'all need to do is really take the time out to stop focusing on what a man is doing and let that man keep up with you. Because the more you chase that man, he's not going to be worried about you. You chasing him, but who's chasing you? Y'all heard it before. But we're in this single mindset. We just say, oh, I'm alone. And I understand there are lonely states, but dig yourself into a book. Learn how you can be able to educate yourself. Spend an hour a day or 30 minutes a day learning a new skill that you meant to learn. I can go on YouTube and learn how to cook right now. I'm good. I learned how to cook my breakfast. I know how to do all that. But I'm saying I can still enhance my skill somewhere. Think about this. I want y'all to think about one skill that you think you can enhance that can make yourselves marketable as a wife. And learn or research on Google a YouTube video on how to do it. That's what I would say. You're already on YouTube. So as soon as you leave, think about a skill that you want to learn that can make you marketable as a wife. Maybe you cuss too much. So watch videos on how to use your tongue the proper way. Use it to praise the Lord. Use it to glorify his name and not to be out here doing any and everything. All right. So that's what I want y'all to do. That's the homework. If I give y'all some homework, yep, I'm giving y'all some homework. So I'm going to write it down. Find a skill that, you need to improve on in your single season. All right? I'm putting it in the chat. Single season. That's all I got to say. That's all you got to do. Find a skill that you need to improve on in your single season. Research it on Google. And from there, make your way onto YouTube. Watch a video about it. You're already watching a video now. You're already on YouTube. I say I need to learn how to cook. So I'm about to find out how can I cook this recipe. Buy the ingredients and do it. Not just that, but learn how to be ladylike. There's so many femininity coaches out here. Not the feminism coaches, but femininity coaches. Learn about them and get working. That's your work. That's what you got to do. Praise the Lord. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. I'll be back next week, and I'm going to be learning me some skills because there's always so much you can learn. Like, they can't take nothing away from you, especially when it's locked in here. All right? Get to work. Learn something, because I'm telling you, you better stick to tradition. Y'all see it. The back in the day, the women was wives. Nowadays, we settling for situationships and penetrationships. We don't have to do it. Nevertheless, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for the support. God willing, I will see y'all next week for another episode of Chelsea's Live Line. Thank y'all so much.